If you genuinely believe you have high potential, but you can't bring yourself to actually do the actions, here's how to scientifically break through that. For context, I have a 6-figure job as a growth hacker in tech. I live in Manhattan all by myself. I have a modeling contract, 5K on Substack. Literally, I've accomplished a lot of things and none of them were handed to me. Here's what nobody tells you. The gap between high potential and high output isn't a discipline gap, it's a identity one. You're not lazy or broken, you're just trying to perform actions that you haven't quite aligned yourself with yet, so it doesn't make sense. Feels like you're kind of putting on a costume and not necessarily living your true self. When your behavior conflicts with your current identity, your brain generates resistance, avoidance, and it self-sabotages, not because you're weak, but because the brain is just doing its job. It's protecting you into being who you currently are. The first step in the blueprint is coming to terms with who you actually are right now. You cannot update a file without opening it. So first you gotta open it, do an audit, and just brain dump your current identity. What do your normal days look like? How do you normally talk to yourself? How do you normally approach solving a problem? That internal monologue is building your current self-concept. And we're gonna need to understand where you're coming from in order to make changes to it. Once you have all of that information, it's time for step 2, and it's doing one small action. If you want to start going to the gym, let's say, start by just going to the sauna for 20 minutes and keep that consistent. Soon, within one of those days, you'll be inspired to go and hop on the treadmill and do that entire workout, and that will come within time. The first action is the key, and that will be your gateway to being able to rewire everything else. The third step is changing what your brain is exposed to. You need to get into rooms, whether they're physical or digital, that the person you're trying to be would be in, because it will begin to shape you. If you want to become a coder, go to a computer science lecture near you and start talking to those people. Try and make a study group or a group chat. The fourth step in the blueprint is to stop narrating the gap. Every time you're like, I know I should be doing more, you're reinforcing the identity of a person that's watching from the outside instead of that high potential person that's just generating action. Narration is avoidance. You're gonna psych yourself out into like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough, and then you're gonna stop doing everything. So just kill the narration and just get up and do those small actions we talked about earlier. Is you don't have a potential problem, you just have an identity lag, and you need to take those steps to get yourself